Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Well, welcome back, I think is what I'm supposed to say to the channel. So, yes, about a week ago, I posted the sample series first episode with Ateez. And I remember not landing on a decision as to whether or not I would get a deep dive, but still the purpose of the sample series I feel like was still successful, and and honestly it was quite self-explanatory. A sample, like I just there are groups that just pique my curiosity, and I just wanted to know about their sound, and that happened. But so I don't think that necessarily every single time this happens it's going to lead to a deep dive. I just don't think that's going to happen, but it does put a group on my radar, and at least means when they have comebacks and things like that, I'm going to be sat for them, which is also still cool. So I didn't really land whether ATs would be like that group for me, or if I like was so interested, like with Idol, so interested that I thought I know I want to go on a journey with this group. I really loved Pirate King, and I think I really liked Utopia, and I really appreciated what I got from the vocals on that, especially with San. I still have no idea how to pronounce anything or anyone's name. Yeah, and I do remember saying that Mingy, probably Mingy, liked his voice a lot. Yeah, so, and sorry, I'm struggling through this because, first of all, it's so amazing when fans are super responsive, and I know I love that experience as a fan of looking for reactions from people just getting into a group that you absolutely love, and the info dump is unparalleled to dedicated K-pop fans who want to make sure people know what they need to know about their group. So I'm trying to recall a lot of information that fans were so kind to give me. So that's why I'm I'm struggling through this first part, this intro. I was told that Wonderland was the song I really liked, that I saw them perform at, I believe it was in Countdown, France. I saw them perform that and I really liked it. I was told that Guerrilla had more of a rock sound and that I should check that out. And I do know that Guerrilla is a title track. So, which by the way, it's 3 songs I have today. It's Wonderland, Guerrilla, and Turbulence. They're all going to be lyric videos, because if I do check them out and I do do a deep dive, I feel like I've already ruined. I've already spoiled the song itself. So at least if there are any visuals, any MVs, dance practices, whatever, any performances, any other cool stuff that accompanies these songs, I can at least save that, for a different exploration later on. But I do want to get a taste of some different kind of sounds, and some different ways that their voices are used, and just some different kind of variety in the production. And I was just reading through a bunch of comments, and it seems like this is the best way. And I didn't want to, like I said, don't want to spoil too much just in case, so I only picked 3 songs for that purpose. So I'm already ready to get into it. Oh, and I do understand that they also have a pretty elaborate storyline that crosses all of their albums. So again, even that I know is being so I'm sure this probably drives some fans wild when you're hearing things in the order which it's not supposed to be heard. But don't worry, I'm sure I'll make up for it if I do a dive and I do it properly. But for now, it's all about sound. That's all I'm concerned with right now. So, yep, let's go ahead and get into it. Wonderland's up first, and then Guerrilla, and then Wonderland. And then Guerrilla, and then Turbulence, I think. Okay. It's so big, it's epic sounding. Oh, the horns. Hmm. This guy sounds like Key to me so much from Shining. Oh my god, so much like Key. Which, sorry, let me also expand on that. He sounds like Key to me because I know Shining. I'm not making the comparison anywhere beyond that. Just it's a hint of familiarity to me that when I hear his voice. And it's certainly not a Key is my bias in Shining. I am obsessed with Key's vocal tone. And I never thought I would hear someone who sounded similar. So for me, it's very delightful when he starts singing, and that's the first thing I think of. Not trying to say he's not his own individual person and that he doesn't have his own colors to his voice. I'm sure I would hear that. But, you know, I know what I know. So that's just how his voice strikes me at first, or right now in this extremely early stages and not knowing what anything about the members. Woo. Yep, and I remember saying his voice reminded me of Keys as well. Okay. This is what's cool about this song. It's because there's this switch up that usually is something that kind of bothers me. When you have a sudden switch up in a song, that's kind of not where. So let me also say, I think I have said this so much, and then people probably think that I'm being contradictory because then I will love songs that have a switch up. However, when there's a switch up at the bridge, that's when it's supposed to happen. Like, it's just that in K-pop there can be such drastic switch ups at the bridge that sometimes it still doesn't feel right. But regardless, it's always somewhat jarring when there's a switch up really early in a song. And that tends to take me out of the song. It tends to take me out of the vibe of the song. But what's interesting, there's a switch up here, but those elements that have been there since the beginning, like that big stadium sound, like that big stadium horn type sound, so some of the horns that's going on, there's enough layers of the production that are still there when it changes up that it's just like, oh, so it's not just that we're changing. We haven't gone to a different place. We're just building on something. We've added some things in. And I really love when they do that in K-pop songs. Love that, I know. Jack Sparrow. They really are serious about this pirate thing. So interesting. Oh, I love it. Him. I like his voice so much. Okay. Ooh, this guy, every time. Yes. Huh? Ooh, love the back and forth. There he is. Oh, this kind of march feel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Run, like bringing those things together in the vocals. Yes. Oh my god, that's so awesome. Oh. That was hot. That was it. That's the one. That's the one.
So last semester.
Oh, that's way too long for an ad. Y'all tripping. Alright, so love that. Like I said, that was, and it wasn't like I couldn't really remember how the song sounded. So for one, I really hope that was it. But I trust you guys. So, because I did specifically mention that there were swords, and then someone, so I guess that made it very like really gave away what the song was to fans. But yeah, so I didn't really remember it, so I was still excited to hear it again. I just remembered that I liked it. That was a lot of fun and a lot of elements in it. Again, I just want producers to realize you don't really have to overload the auto-tune to make a banger for these boy groups. Like, that was such a banger and that was so fun, and I got to really hear some really great vocal work from a couple of the members. I would assume the ones who have the more vocal positions, even though yes, I do understand that most people can sing in most groups these days. But yeah, that was dope. I really like that, and I love the build. I love the build on and there's such a through line of sounds in the production that carry through the entire song. So even when they're adding in different elements, you know, when there's a rearrangement of the vocals and they're adding in different elements, there's still something carrying you on a journey through that. And it was just so fun. And I just imagine that that's just such a incredible song to hear live. So that was really dope. And I'm particularly excited for this one because people kept saying, if I like Dreamcatcher, or if I like rock music or rock, I guess rock, rock elements of production, that this is one that I should hear. And like I said, I know that this is a title track. So one day, maybe I'll just, I'll get to the MV, but I didn't want to, just in case, depending on where I go with Ateez, I didn't want to ruin the MV as well, because I'm already hearing the song super prematurely. Right? Oh man, I'm so excited, especially with some of the way that these guys sing. Can't wait to hear what the song sound like on a more rock-oriented type of track. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna start that over because I don't think I was ready. But let me just say, one of the most interesting things about this group so far, this guy's hair, every time. It is so different. Every time. I've yet to see in any MV, any two MVs, nor any two types of concept photos for the eras, have I seen his hair look the same, or like even kind of the same. I love that. Ooh, the vocal there. Ooh. And that's still him? Okay. That's only him? Ooh, this part that came in that. Ooh, okay. Little stuff like that will get me obsessed with the song. A certain guitar riff, a certain vocal melody. There are some little aspects to songs. I kid you not, would not be a big deal to most people, but would make me obsessed with a song for a very long time. So little stuff like that I love. Oh, where are we going? This man here, sir, 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 sir. Whoops. I was getting so into it, I knocked my. Whoa, I need to go all the way back. Nothing that just happened could have been predicted. Ah. Yes. Stop putting auto-tune on his voice. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh! Oh, it's nasty. It's like a growl, just like a yeah. He's got grit. He's got some grit. Oh, his voice is pretty. I love his voice so much. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, the way they just took everything out. Oh my gosh, hold on. Can't have nothing in my eye right now. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. That boy better go. Oh man. Nah. What? Alright. That's hands down the best so far, or my favorite so far. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay. Sorry. Well, got my cardio in for the day. That's dope. Thanks so much for dropping that in the comments. You guys are absolutely right. I didn't hear many rock elements in it. Sort of, I feel like there was something going on that took me there towards the bridge. Doesn't matter. I still understand what you guys are. I still understand what you mean. Definitely felt more of like alt hip hop kind of thing, which is even I love that too. But that was absolutely fire. Okay, so the last one is Turbulence, which I take it might be more of a slower 100% free kind of song, just because a few people pointed this out as something being very vocal heavy. I think maybe. But I will see, and I need to calm the hell down, so it will be a good thing. Let's go. I hate waiting. Mm-hmm. Okay, low tone. Been waiting on that from him. It literally just hit me that this is always in this order. I'll take this back because it just hit me that it's always in this order. So I wonder, is this oldest to youngest? Okay. Oh my god, the lower tones are so nice. Oh, I hear him sing is nice. It's an interesting transition. I love when rappers can do this. Just slow it down, just chill. Ooh, I love the guitar in this as well. It's an electric and an acoustic, I think. You know what's so funny is, and once again, I'll take it back because I paused. This is just so random, but I'm looking at this picture and it's so funny because people always say when they see like a K-pop or like, yeah, like a K-pop singer, like a girl K-pop singer with a certain kind of haircut, she looks like an actress, like a K-drama actress. And I'm always like, what does that mean? Like, but for some reason, I just had that thought about him in this picture. He looks like an actor. I think it's because of his expression here. Like, it looks like he just got some terrible news. And I hope that doesn't sound like I'm making fun of him at all. They're posing. They're meant to have certain expressions, and I'm not sure what the expression is meant to be, but that's what struck me here. And it could also have something to do with the actual mood of the song. But I just thought that 1 second, like, this looks like a steel frame from a drama. Okay, so yeah, how about back to the music, okay? Some really good layering, these vocals. Hey. That would be impossible to do for someone making these videos, but it feels like there are several people with ad libs in the background. And I wish I knew who. Okay, Jonko. Ooh. Yep. All right. Yeah, that was all great. That was all great to me. Obviously, Guerrilla 10 out of 10. And this was exactly what I wanted. This brought so much more. Like the whole package with this and then with the sample series. This really did bring. Let me get some ambiance music. This really did bring a lot of diversity to like variety to the sounds that I've heard from them so far, and to the range of some of their vocals. I've heard more, like I said, is it Songhua? I feel like I mostly heard his falsetto more. I feel like I mostly heard his head voice. I really liked his lower register, and in this song I really like Mingi. I'm gonna say for now. Feel free to correct me. I feel like he really kind of pulled back on some of those really more powerful, stronger elements when he's rapping on this song, which is what I want him to do. But then it kind of built a little bit too, and he got a little bit aggressive with the back and forth with the rap with him and Hangjun, which is fine because the theme of the song felt like it needed that, and the theme of the song it's literally called Turbulence. It's perfect because there's so many moments in this song. There's a rise and a fall of emotion. There's moments where vocally it feels like it's building, but it kind of really comes back down. Like they don't want to do too much for too long like that, and they pull it back in the end. There's this electric guitar that is going mad throughout the whole song. But I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, but there's also like an acoustic guitar that's like kind of more right underneath that. It's a really interesting production of this song. And again, I really felt like I got to hear just today, and then, I've got to hear some things that truly I hadn't heard the first time. So I'm glad that I did this, and I'm really happy about you guys' recommendations. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, well, I'll see. I don't, even if I do a deep dive with Ateez, it wouldn't be until I finished my G-Idol deep dive. So it still wouldn't be for a while, but I still wanted to, like I said, kind of want to see what direction people may want me to go in. People have voted for Ateez, so I definitely wanted to see, maybe this would be the group. And then I think that I'm trying to remember what group came in second. Regardless of what group came in second, I was gonna say maybe I'll do whatever group came in second next. But I feel like it was tied for second. So we'll see. The other groups, if you're curious, the other groups were TXT, VIX, and 17. I gotta say, I'm fighting for my life not to just jump into a deep dive of 17 because I am so tired of hearing about this group. It's exhausting me because people will not stop talking about their vocals and their discography. I'm like, I get it. But they didn't win. Ateez won. So we'll see what we see with that later down the line. But I will tell you, regardless if it's going to be a full deep dive or not, I am not done with Ateez. I have absolutely loved some of the stuff I've heard, and it definitely does make me curious to hear more. So you guys, you'll be the first to know what that decision ends up being after I'm done with Idol. And I'm getting pretty close with Idol, and then I'll get more into Idol's performances and variety content, and then I can start all the way back from the beginning with a different group with a deep dive. Or I'll have time for that. But anyway, if you've been hanging to this point in the video, thank you so much. Please do correct me if you would like on the names. Would be a decent amount of time before I get to a guide, or if that happens. Yeah, but this was fun, and you say thank you so much for these recommendations. Seriously, it just made my day. There's a lot of talent in this group, and I get it. I always got it because I just always got it. But hearing it for myself, getting it in that way firsthand was really great. I love San's voice. I love Jungkook's voice. I think it's really I'd be interested in hearing a different kind of. I hate ballads, but I'd be interested in hearing a ballad from Jungkook just to see what other things he can do with his voice, because I know the boy can go high. I know he has the high notes on lock, but I like to see other ways he uses his voice. I love San's voice so much. Is it Yoonho, the other Idol radio host? He's someone else who I also say his voice reminded me of Key, and then I just realized I don't listen to men sing that often. So I'm feeling like it's so remarkable that someone else can sound like Key. And oh God, it's a group and two people remind me of Key. It's just because I don't listen to that many men. So yeah, it just is what it is. It's really not that big a deal. But yeah, I do, but still, regardless, it is a specific tone that resonates with me. So I like Jungkook's voice. I like Yoonho's voice for that specific tone. I like San's voice because I don't really know. There's just a certain texture to it that I find interesting. And I do want to hear more of his lower register as well. I think Mingi is a very interesting rapper. I think that when you're doing this kind of really leaning more into like rock or really hard pop kind of music in your rapping, you got to be able to go a little bit wild with it. It's not gonna be you can't do like your average flow. You got to be able to like kind of scream a little bit. You got to be able to growl a little bit. You got to be able to do some weird stuff because you're not doing this to like a typical hip hop kind of beat or cadence. So I really think that's really cool. He definitely can switch it up. He definitely throws some wild stuff out there on the track for whatever it calls for. He seems to be able to do that, and so that's really nice. Hangjung seems like he's the wild card of the group, kind of, and I don't, kind of in the way that I know that people mean, like maybe people take that as saying he's like an ace. I'm sure that they all are, but I don't know that for sure. But what I mean is that he's kind of a wild card, and that they've got him doing everything on these tracks, which is awesome. It feels like they can put him anywhere, and they can ask anything of him on a track, and he can deliver it, and that's really, really cool. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys have a good day. Whenever I post this, it will probably be more in the middle of the week. So yeah, you'll almost be at the weekend. You will have almost made it. Hang in there. You can do it. All right, bye.